What General Weygand has called the Battle of France is over. The Battle of Britain is about to begin. Upon this battle depends the survival of British life and the long continuity of our institutions and our empire. Let us therefore brace ourselves to our duty, so bear ourselves that if the British Empire lasts for 1,000 years, men will still say, this was their fighting hour.
With Winston on the wireless, it was July of 41. My training was all over, but the war was not yet done. I smiled and held you tightly as you cried into my arms. Looked up at me with big blue eyes saying don't come to no harm. Because when I stood up tall, swore that I would never fall. Tell me, what do you see when you see me? Can you see me? Yeah. Cause when I stood up tall, swore that I would never fall. Tell me, what do you hear when you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah. We'll stand alone, my dear. We'll get out of here and live for better days. We'll stand alone, my dear. We'll get out of here and live for better days. I've lost count of all the takeoffs and the dogfights in the sky. I wanted to be out here, but I can't remember why. I go up, you're on my mind, the special girl I left behind. Well, that's just the way it goes, so I'll knock them down like dominoes. Cause when I stood up tall, swore that I would never fall. Tell me, what do you see when you see me? Can you see me? Yeah. Cause when I stood up tall, swore that I would never fall. Tell me, what do you hear when you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah. We'll stand alone, my dear. We'll get out of here and live for better days. We'll stand alone, my dear. We'll get out of here and live for better days. And I thought of you on my way down, the only one who saw right through me. And I called your name on my way down, the only one who stood right by me. And all along the thought of you kept me strong. I wish that I could tell you so, but I fear you'll have to let me go. Cause when I stood up tall, I never meant for me to fall. I'm sorry that you'll never see me, you won't see me again. Cause when I stood up tall, never meant for me to fall. But listen for my voice and you'll hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah. Now you're alone, my dear. Please get out of here and live for better days. Now you're alone, my dear. Please get out of here and live for better days. Please live for better days. We fought for better days.